Hello friends, welcome to our first 180 Markets weekly video wrap of 2022. Investors, even though the calendar has shifted, we believe at 180 Markets the real trends, they continue to carry on. And by far and away, the biggest trend in the market right now is inflation. That's right. For the first time in probably 15 years, we are seeing real signs of inflation across the board. It's not just focused on housing. It's everywhere now, from wage growth to even the price of a latte has gone from $3 up to $5. And even though CPI numbers are showing up 7% year over year, we certainly feel like it's more in the double-digit range. But what does it mean? It means that this underlying macro change has created a dramatic shift in the market. High growth names, the technology names are getting absolutely crushed. And at the same time, for the first time, as I mentioned, in a generation, deep value companies are coming back to life. And not only that, we are seeing it with major outstanding investors with the likes of Marshall Wace. For the first time in 20 years, they are long value stocks and short growth stocks. More specifically, long the likes of the banks such as ANZ and CBA, energy companies, industrial companies, and shorting the companies, the high growth companies. And I suppose the best example is this morning's earnings, frankly, disaster in Facebook. That's right. And as investors, whether we agree or disagree with this trend, if there's one message we can leave you with today, is that you must be aware of this gigantic shift in money flows that's going on in the market, because it is certainly affecting all of us in every single way. And here to talk more about it and what he's seeing, and also importantly, what he's doing about it, is Sean.
Thanks, Greg. And it's great to be back here in 2022. It's been a frustrating start for us at 180 Markets. I think we all, like a lot of other people, we started off the year cashed up and looking for some good companies and looking for some sectors that were going to really get excited again. But we just feel like stocks with no news and no momentum are slowly drifting down, and it's making it really hard to pick a time to enter. So when we're watching, I watch the screens all day, and it's extremely selective. It's one of those markets that you could do really, really well if you're a great stock picker, and if you're not, it can be really frustrating. So we're still finding that lithium gets the market excited. We saw a stock, I think on Wednesday, I don't even know what the name is, the code's SHH. It doubled in a day just on some lithium discovery. I don't know if the news was worth doubling the market cap, but it did fall afterwards on the days following. Today we've seen a few stocks move in conjunction with each other. CNB is a code, and their name is Discovery. Their name is Carnaby Resources, and they had a big discovery. And other stocks which moved with it, there's this microcap DCX, which is called Discovery Resources. They've moved from 1 cent to 1.25 on massive volume. So one of our favorite sayings at 180 Markets is, we're here for a good time and not a long time, and we're looking for stocks that must have blue sky and upcoming news flow. So as Jake and Ariella will probably mention afterwards, one of the stocks that we raised money for during the week, and Greg and I cornerstoned, was the code is EMP, Emperor Energy. So that obviously one thing that we always look for is that the sector, it must be in the right sector, and oil and gas at the moment is really, it's feeling good. The oil and gas price, I think, went up 15% 2 nights ago, and we feel like this stock has got some upcoming catalysts that hopefully will get the market interested, hopefully. So other stocks in the oil and gas sector that are starting to drill have really taken off. 88E, which is a market darling, is pretty much doubled in the last month because they're drilling, I think, in about 2 weeks' time. And two other ones, PRM and GLV, got some approvals at their Sanisoft exploration well, and that'll be up and coming drilling, I think, starting at the end of this month. So a lot of volume went through those stocks, which is great to see. So overall, it's a bit frustrating, but there definitely is opportunities. I'll now pass over to Jake, and he'll go over the ups and downs for the week.
Sure, and a couple of ups for this week includes one of our favourite stocks at 180 Markets, Renascor Resources. The ticker's RNU, which hit 30 cents this week. It announced that the Australian government had conditionally approved a $185 million facility to support the development of the Sivia Graphite project in South Australia. Renascor is aiming to become the world leader in the sustainable production of 100% Australian-made graphite product to supply the EV revolution. RNU, with the attaching options, has been a 40-bagger since our September 2020 placement.
Just highlight we were lead manager for that raise, so that was probably our biggest return in 2020, or 2020. So
yeah, September.
Well done to anyone that's still holding. Unfortunately, we're not.
As Sean briefly mentioned, Shree Minerals, which is the ticker SHH, had a manic week on the market. After opening at 1.2 cents on Monday, it hit 2.6 cents on Thursday after technical studies supported excellent prospectivity for lithium at the company's Dundas project. Shree sees the Dundas tenements as ideally located and unexplored and rates their exploration potential as very high. So those were the ups, and a couple of downs include Bright Star Resources, the ticker's BTR, which was hammered on Tuesday and fell over 40% on open. Multi-element assays from the company's Corktree well drilling program certainly underwhelmed investors. Nickel re-assays return results significantly below the original results, suggesting no significant mineralization value at all. Brightstar has stated that they'll now be focusing on their gold assays. And a final down this week includes online luxury fashion retailer Satire, the ticker's CTT, which fell 20% on open yesterday after releasing its half-yearly results. Revenue and sales was greater than the results recorded in the entire 2021 financial year. However, the company recorded a net loss of $8.3 million, down from a $2.3 million profit as of December 31, 2020. Despite Attire attributing this to investments in future growth, this did not appease shareholders at all. And over to Ariella to take us home.
Thanks, Jake. So on the placement front, it has been a quiet couple of months. As the guys have alluded to, markets have been weak and lacking volume. We have noticed that both investors and companies are investing cautiously and are more risk averse. Momentum seems to be picking up and MDs are actively looking for cash. This year, we are continuously looking for new investment opportunities. However, we are significantly more selective in what we invest in. This week, there were 8 capital raises on the market, of one which we are really excited about. This week, we are thrilled to announce our first lead managed capital raise for 2022. 180 Markets lead managed a raise, a $1.5 million heavily oversubscribed placement for gas explorer Emperor Energy. We raised funds at 4.25 cents per new share. Emperor will use the funds to invest in the approval and permitting process for the drilling of their Victorian-located Judith 2 well. Funds will also be used for general working capital and corporate purposes. EMP also successfully received a 2.5-year extension on the drilling of Judith 2, removing permit deadline risk. We at 180 Markets believe that Emperor Energy has promising prospects and is in an ever-growing sector. To hear more about the company and the upcoming catalysts, head over to the 180 Markets platform to view an interview Greg recorded with Carl Dumbbell, Director of Emperor Energy. Some other notable races this week were 3D Resources, Javelin Minerals, and Powerhouse Ventures, who raised capital at a 6% premium. Thanks. Back over to you, Greg.
Okay, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us on our first edition of 180 Markets, our video weekly wrap. Hope you like it. Welcome your feedback, and we're here to help. Thanks. Thank you for watching another presentation by 180 Markets. Don't forget, if you want access to thousands of ASX capital raises, head on over to 180markets.com.au, sign up, and get on board for our very next capital raise. Thanks for watching.